Nice. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation. I was about to... Looks like a plaque on this site in 1602. Nothing happened. Get flower. Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor. For a moment, he can smell nothing else. Nice. So you don't have to work for it in this one. It's just a feather. Get the feather. Yeah, I guess we that was always kind of there. Use the map. I think we have everything we need now. You know what? Before we leave, let's make sure we get this save in because it's easy to screw this up. Yeah, I don't want to type the wrong thing. To the Isle of Wonder, gang. Here we go. How much have I memorized this game? We'll find out. Oh, good. Participles right here. Get where? Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters. They say, "Where are you going?" And the Dave Matthews Band song starts playing. Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it's incomplete. All right, it's not until we try leaving the screen, actually, so we're good for right now. Talk to Shell. Talk to Clam. Why do you look so worried?
I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
Read book. If you're having trouble sleeping, perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 dulcimers divided into equal parts by the third of a gaggle of grouse geese put over the result of 5 bagels, albeit small. I can't. Take pearl.
Hey, you fixed my mouth. It feels great.
The little oyster drifts into peaceful slumber. Oyster. I say clam? Clam oyster. It knew. All right. Is that part of our... Oh, right. That's like... it's the same color as the sand. I thought we were missing an important part of our body right there, but it's just blending in. That's like our scarf or whatever he wears. All right. Here goes nothing. Alexander hears someone coming. Here we are with the ants of King Anton. Uh-oh. Kind of reminds me of the dwarves in King's Quest 4. I mention this every time I play this game, but these guys scared the crap out of me as a kid. They probably shouldn't, but it's one of the more ominous things you come across early on in the game, and they were animated. They have very harsh features, I guess. Very, very drastic features. If a man it be, then a man it dies. Old Tom Trowel, smell your smell, do that which you do so well. Oh, wait, okay. Oh my god. Oh god, flower of stench. Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose. Tom Trow am I, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all, on land and sea. A flower of stench is washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more. Listen, hark you, governor. Do your duty as you swore with your ears. Please tell us more. I can hear all the ears supply to my ears. Fool the governor. All right, we need something to fool the big old ears of this governor. Let's try the mechanical nightingale. Glad we didn't dump this one yet. Alexander wides the tin nightingale and plays it for the gnome with the monumental ears. I love it's the same sound effect as the bird in the pawn shop in King's Quest 2. Or the Cave of the Witch. Sorry. Nose is not the way I spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me. Taste, grump, frump, what me might know, whether friend or whether foe. My buds are never duds. Full grump frump. Wait, what's this guy? My buds are never duds. This is the guy with the, he's not the hands. He's the, oh, is he the mint guy? Taste buds? Here you go, buddy. Xander holds the mint out for the gnome with a gigantic mouth. Rum knows a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleed. No danger is this one so sweet. Trilly dilly, use your hands. Is it beast or is it man? I like these guys' voices, so we're just kind of making up on the spot.
My fingertips shall speak his lips.
Yeah, this guy with his giant hands freaked me out. He's got his gloves that he takes off and everything. I don't know why. It just feels like it's got serial killer vibes. I'm a rabbit. Alexander holds the rabbit's foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
Be all you mad? What ails thee? A bunny can trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet.
Old Bill better, never fatter. Vision can resolve this matter. Look you now and end this chatter. Yeah, they probably should have led with this guy. The guy that can see. My sight, no one can fight. Fool Bill better. Let's try that invisible ink. Let's really test that invisible ink. Alexander pours the contents of the empty-looking ink bottle all over himself. Hell yeah. By all that's beauteous, fair and sightly, for morons do I sleep with nightly. Wait, what's that situation like? It's like Charlie Bucket's grandparents and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. There is nothing there at all, I say. Enough of this. Let's now away. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Alexander did it. He's fooled the guards. All right. I guess technically we are done with the Nightingale now. So we could head back. I'm trying to think what else we might need while we're on this. We do need the flute at some point. All right. Well, let's let ourselves get bit. Oh no, a black widow spider's web. I didn't even try, just walked up to it that time. Alexander feels the tiny prick of the spider's bite and slow burning of her poison. That's like we're looking through the keyhole in King's Quest IV. I like it. All right, let's see if we can stand close enough to pick this up, whatever this is. Get paper. Get page. Get scrap. Look at web. Alexander investigates the intricate spider's web in the corner. There you go. Wow, hi, gorgeous. What a luscious looking hunk of flesh you are. Thank you, I guess? Who are you? How charming of you not to pretend to know. Yeah, I'm Black Widow, of course, the femme fatale of all femme fatales. Know what I mean? Wink, wink. Trying to bang Alexander? Quite a whore, I mean honor, to have me as a bride on my 50th husband. Well, you must be doing alright for yourself. If even just like a quarter of those guys didn't make you sign a prenup. It is lovely. My heart is elsewhere, yeah, more into the human type. Drat! I mean, the loss is yours. I'm sure you'll change your mind once you consider the advantages. Alright, let's see. This is gonna be interesting. Don't touch that thread. And then we quickly grab ourselves the scrap. That's well done. I like the way they did that. Alexander snatches the scrap of parchment, curious to see what's written on it. Love. Okay. Cool. Love. There it goes. The wind blows a scrap of paper from Alexander's hand, but he remembers what it said well enough. I would hope so. Kind of the ongoing theme in this game. That and Jalo has the best voice. Alright, so we need a fancy book. There we go. What do you think you're doing? I'm sorry, I didn't realize these books had an owner. I'm in need of a rare book. No owner. All books have owners, my good man, and this book owner, Bookworm to you, wouldn't part with his books for anything. Isn't there something I can do to pay you for the book? Let's see, do you have an itinerant clause? No clauses at all, I'm afraid. No itinerant clause. As an exception, you always should. Oh, I don't know what that is. Trying to do a Fenris voice right there. Oh, don't mind oxymoron and diphthong. They're fairly limited grammatical principles, you know. Let's see, a marsh pig that does taxes? No, I'm afraid not. A dangling participle? I'm fresh out. A purple fiddle-whacker? Not one that we can show the audience, no. Idiosyncrasy, perhaps? Afraid not. What good are you? Alright, so we're not gonna get any of these fancy books just yet. We gotta do some trading. We'll come back. We will come back. Let's head further north here, I suppose. I think we could just drop right in the swamp and die, right? The swamp bog sinks beneath Alexander's weight. He feels himself being sucked slowly but firmly down into the muck. Why would you walk out that far? That face. As the marshy water fills Alexander's mouth, he thinks, although he'd always wanted to try a mud bath, this is hardly what he had in mind. Alright, we don't need to see the land of the dead every single time. Let's see, look at tree. Face of a dogwood tree. Okay. There you go. Bottles filled with milk grow, right. Take milk, milkweed. Alexander takes the bottle of milk from the milkweed bush. Apparently the dogwood tree doesn't like Alexander standing that close. Whatever, we still got it. Talk to Bump. The bump on the log does not look particularly conversational to Alexander. Talk to Stick in Mud. There's no point in trying to talk to that stick in the mud. Alright. Well, let's keep going. Yeah. Okay. Gotta get a tomato. With a face, an anthropomorphic tomato. Everything's anthropomorphic in these games. Hey, what do you think you're doing there? Get your hands off me, hey! Alexander picks up rotten tomato and puts him away. One never knows when one will need a rotten tomato. Man, I want demakes of all the games. I want to play the demake of Space Quest 4/10/12. I want to work at Monolith Burger. I know we saw Monolith Burger and the AGI kind of vibe with the, let's see, get lettuce head? Iceberg lettuce. We've got to be quite quick with this one. Egads, is that cold? Alright, anything else we need right here? Look at chair. Elegant padded chair provides a cushy seat from which to enjoy the lively garden. Alright, and I'm trying to think, is there anything else we would need right here, right now? I should have waited on that head of lettuce. Open door. I think there's a cup there a little bit later. Yeah, I want to see all the talking ingredients animated in the Space Quest 10 Monolith Burger scene. I don't for the life of me remember these voices. Checkmate, you can't come in. Stay out. Oh. Apparently we showed up at a good time. Almost sounded like some of the The Rare made, or whatever company made those Merv Griffin game shows of, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy on DOS. Almost sounded like the theme there. I must insist, your highness, I shall send the lump of coal to the vizier and the princess as a present for their wedding. And that's the end of it. And I suppose you'll leave me with only the stupid spoiled egg to send, your highness. I want to impress the new king and queen of the realm as much as you do. As queen of this island, I have every right to that lump of coal. Who isn't the queen of this isle? The lump of coal is in my possession, therefore I shall do with it as I please. Besides, there's nothing wrong with that spoiled egg. The egg, though delightfully spoiled, is not merely so valuable as the lump of coal as you know it. Your highness always got to carry the singing stone. It's not fair that you get the coal, too. That doesn't count. The singing stone was stolen by that horrid beast. Interesting. Yeah, we heard that there was some politics going on here. Some stolen properties. So the singing stone has been stolen by the beast for these chess royalty pieces here. If we're to believe them, or what we've been hearing at least. Yeah, it's hardly the drum of death and the drum of magic and the spear of death in Tarna, but still, I'm sure it's valuable to these people. Excuse me, my good man, but could you settle an argument for us? Which one of us should get to carry the coal and which the egg? Remember, white is the color of deserving truth and virtue. Be quiet, your highness, and let him make up his own mind. I, for one, will be proper and not even mention the fact that red is the color of love. Well, now you're trying to sway me here. Alexander's all about the love. I'm sorry, your majesties. I am partial to both red and white, but I'm afraid that I don't know how to solve your problem. One will be have to be gracious and allow the other the lump of coal. Just work it out amongst yourselves. Well, he was a lot of help, wasn't he? Yes, obviously a man of high intelligence. Oh, nice. Got, what? A lump of coal goes much better with my gown anyway. Black and red are imperial colors. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Red does not go with anything, being much too self-conscious. White is the color that is perfect accompaniment to any other color. Well, there you go. All right. Get scarf. Got the red queen scarf. One of the most important items in this game, as we'll discover a little bit later. Get teacup. Yeah, it's not here yet. All right, so we will we'll hang out for a second, by which I mean we'll leave. I think we've got everything that we want. So let's head now. And let's see, how's that iceberg doing? We go to the Isle of the Beast. Use map. Isle of the Beast. Let's do it before it cools off or it melts too much. Cools off. Talk to creature? Hard to tell where he is. Hello, friend. Aren't you an odd-looking little fellow? I'm not. Odd-looking are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you could speak. Speak not. Funny is. Speech I am and nothing but. Take creature. Won't you come down? Come down, why for? Know you, I do not. Yoda? Maybe he can make sense of this sentence. Alexander holds the sentence out to the creature. This sentence seems to need an ending. Perhaps you could finish it? Where are you going? Where are you going? Know it, I do. Where are you going to? Like you, I do. Go, I'm with you. I love that animation of him jumping around in his pants. It looks like Alexander now as a passenger. Alright. Is the iceberg still holding up? I guess maybe it would say melted iceberg, or maybe it's just not designed to... Oh, look at the hopping little bunny there. Drop lettuce in water. Throw lettuce in water. Hoping to cool down the boiling pond, Alexander throws in a head of iceberg lettuce. Get it? The pond's water slowly stops boiling, cooled by the ice, but still it looks hot, but bearable. Alright, let's, Alex, let's do that. Should we take a mushroom? Alexander, not being an expert on poisonous mushrooms, decides not to take a chance on tasting the local variety. The one thing we were not schooled on back in Daventry. We could play any musical instrument known to man, we can see the stars under a beautiful woman for 2 seconds and know how to get to her. Mushrooms, I don't know. That might give me gas. Ouch! Ow! Oh, ouch! The pond is no longer boiling, but it's hardly bathwater. Some people like it really hot. Oh, look at that. Almost missed it. Take the lamp. Alexander takes the old hunter's lamp. And I think that's all we can do at the moment. There might be a brick on the next screen, actually. That's never a good sound, by the way. If you've played enough of these games, you learn that. As Alexander, lowercase, continues down the path, he gets the strange feeling that he's being watched. Come on over and see what I'm doing with these flowers. Never mind that stone fellow on top of the gate. He won't hurt you. He's just there to scare you. Okay. I'm gonna trust your weird shimmering eyes that I've only seen when someone's been trying to trick and kill me. Come on through, I say. I can show you the path through the forest. Let me get this brick first. I might need this in my adventures. I'm an adventurer, don't you know? One of those princes who adventures. Look, there's no point in hanging out here all day. I can show you the wondrous castle that lies in the middle of the island. Don't be so timid. Alright, you're a little pushy, but okay, I like your vibe. Oh, haha, got you this time. Well. Alright, let's not trust people with glowing eyes. Is that rule number, Well, rule number 1 in this game, at least. That's odd. The gardener just disappeared. That little bunny just hopping around. Very robotically, very statically. Oh. Like we're at the Pond of Peace. I'm going to say you're not going to come too much farther over here, are you? Look at deer. Little fawn is standing near the grassy hillock near the sea. Ain't nothing little about it. That thing's massive compared to Alexander. We a dwarf? Alright. I think we've gotten everything we need at this point. I guess we could take the participle back to, the Isle of the Wonder. I added the Isle of Wonder. And we can get the fancy book before we head back to the Isle o' the Crown. I found your buddy. Well, what is it this time? I found this little fellow lost on another island. Coming home I am now, too. There you are, you naughty boy. I told you not to leave the island. Glad I am seeing you, too. A most solemn celebration. Oh, I don't know what to make of that. I guess he's not eating that rat every time. So, you found my dangling participle. I suppose I'll have to give you something. Let's see now. Was it a rare book you wanted? Yes, sir. And not the latest dime store smut. Well, none of these will do. They've been sitting in the sun far too long and must be well cooked by now. This one is far more rare. A delicious tidbit. Thanks. Did we get the rare book? Yes. Literally a rare book. I think that's what the bookstore owner requested. Look at rare book. Alexander is carrying a rare book from the bookworm. The words on the binding are very faint. The something something riddle book. Alexander opens the rare book and looks inside. Book contains riddles and a page missing. Alexander glances at a few of the conundrums, but finds himself more curious about the one that is missing. What was the riddle, he wonders. More importantly, what was the answer? I don't know that I've opened that book before, like in my playthrough of this game on, the original version on Let's Play with the Brigands. I think I may have skipped that and cost myself a point. It does make sense reading that because later, spoiler alert, we will be posed a riddle, and I think we learned the answer, perhaps. Spoiler alert again. Stand by. Stand by. I'll be with you in just a second. Little creature. Oh, what we got? I don't remember this poster here. Look at poster. Kiss. One night at the Forum. One night only on Land of the Green Isles. Look at sign. Alexander doesn't remember that sign being on the wall before. He decides to take a closer look. It's a proclamation. It reads, "Citizens rejoice, announcing the royal wedding and coronation of Vizier Abdul Alhazred and Princess Cassima. For security reasons, the wedding will not be open to the public. Long live the new king and queen of Land of the Green Isles." Alexander feels his stomach lurch and his brow sweat. Wedding? Coronation? If he didn't do something soon, Cassima would become another man's wife. Yep. Let's not let that happen. All right, first things first, let's get a book. Jalo. Jalo, how fare you? And what news have you from the castle?
Prince Alex, how I fare is close to boiling. Have you seen the wedding proclamations around the village? I've heard rumors of the wedding, of course. But I didn't want to believe it, and I never thought it would be so soon.
I know, it's been like, what have I been here, an hour?
Cassima, married. It is an unpleasant thing to swallow, friend. If only I knew if Cassima wished it. Tell me about the Vizier, Jalo. Is he a cool guy? Have you seen him in the shower?
Not the shower, but, the locker room around the castle.
The Vizier? Oomph! Now there's a dangerous subject. His name is Abdul Alhazred. He came to the kingdom 15 years ago. The king was fascinated by his knowledge and his fine-sounding ideas.
Probably just like his basic card tricks. That got him.
It didn't take long for Alhazred to convince the king to trust him with the minor problems of daily government. You see, Caliphim had a wife and a new daughter he wanted to spend time with. Alhazred became vizier.
And now?
Well, he's had his eye on Cassima ever since she was a young girl. Ew! And she is the only thing between him and the throne. I thought he was going to say, and she is the only woman on this island.
Except for Beauty next door.
Do you think he means to harm her?
I mean, yeah, it sounds like he was grooming her. He's washing her since she was a kid.
I honestly don't know. I think he'd rather keep her as his wife, but for whatever his plans for the princess are, he will use her to his best advantage. That's his way. Perhaps he has charmed her. Perhaps she cares for him now. The Vizier is capable of anything, and Cassima must be vulnerable and lonely right now.
Yeah, it's a good time for us to swoop in.
Still, she has always instinctively distrusted him. Cassima has a good head on her shoulders, Alex. I'd be surprised if she's truly fallen for his words of love. I must return now to the castle, Prince Alex, and you to your wanderings. May we both fare well.
Thanks, Jolly. I gotta make a book trade. All right, give rare book.
I found this rare book and I thought of your offer.
Very interesting. It is a wonderful riddle book. Riddles are much more marketable than spells these days. I guess people believe more in mirth than in magic.
That's not such a bad thing.
Here is the spell book you wanted. It is a fair trade, I must say. Enjoy it.
I certainly hope so. We shall see how rusty my spellcasting truly is.
I was worried coming into this game, thinking, all right, what have I gotten myself into? Thinking, the spellcasting, it's going to be like King's Quest 3 times 2. Literally, because this is King's Quest 6. But, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good about the interface now. If I want to cast some spells, I think it'll be as simple as clicking on the spell that I want to cast. So I will wait to give the creator credit. But rest assured, I will, if and when that time comes, because thank you. Thank you, potentially, in advance. Look at ground. Looks like there's something dropped here. there might be another way of doing that. Alright, maybe it's just my imagination. Alright, nothing to the left as of... Oh, we gotta make a trade at the pawn shop. We got the pearls, so we can get our family ring back, of course. Open the door.
Your candy dish is empty. I am sorry, sir, but I have no more mints. Somebody has eaten them all. Well, then get some more. I fear that is impossible. Without the fairy, I can no longer get imports from the other islands, and we do not grow mint extract on the Isle of the Crown.
See, your mints were like 3 years old. It's been a while since the fairy's been in service, so...
Oh, I hate not getting what I want.
Out of my way. Yeah, he walks the same if he's drunk on mints or if he's sober as a whip right there. All right, let's see. Any new, same old, same old? All right, I don't know about a purchase. You'll never make any money off of us, but I will trade you back my ring for this pearl.
I found this large pearl. Might it be valuable enough to ransom back my family ring? I have never seen such a perfect pearl.
I'm sorry, I missed the...
Certainly you can have your ring back. I'm glad you didn't sell it. I'm a bit attached to it, I'm afraid. Of course you are. It would be cold-hearted if you felt any differently. I am happy to see a family heirloom back with its rightful owner.
All right, and I think it's time to trade again. All right, so we're going to want to trade the... I think we're good with the Nightingale now. Mechanical Nightingale.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Certainly not. It's not a lending library, Alexander. But, all right. Let's see. So this time, we can certainly make good use out of that flute back on the Isle of the Isle of Wonder. Paintbrush, that's going to be pretty late in the game. Maybe on the torch or the lantern. I'm going to go with the flute for right now. All right, I'll take the flute.
Very good, sir. The flute. Remember that I will always take it back in trade.
All right. Good call. Candy dish is empty. He's already had one customer chew him out today for that. Look at Bear. Towering mightily over the other pawn shop curiosities, the stuffed bear makes an ostentatious display. Rising above the city, blocking out the noonday sun. I don't know why that came in my head there. Little Weird Al, Little Frank's 2,000-inch TV. All right, Sing Sing. Let's do this thing. All right. Use... I guess just give her the, give ring. There we go. Love it. Alexander holds out his insignia ring to the Nightingale, hoping she perhaps is the Nightingale that Jalo spoke of, and that she might be able to take the ring to Cassima. The ring is the one thing he has that might alert Cassima to his presence on the Isles. Bird sounds like an old Nokia. Old Nokia phone. Nightingale swoops down and grabs the ring from his hand. All right. The Nightingale flies off towards the castle with the ring. Where might she be taking it? All right, get ready for old school interpretation of Girl in the Tower.
You seem so far away.
Sing Sing, what have you got in your mouth, my pretty? A gold ring? Sing Sing, where did you get this? Realm of Daventry? But this is Alexander's ring. Oh, my soul, he must be here. Sing Sing, I wish you could tell me what you've seen. Is he really here? Is he just as good looking as I remember? Oh, if I could only leave this castle as easily as you. Take this ribbon, Sing Sing. If you know where he is, return it to him. Please be careful, Alexander. It is so dangerous, and yet I could not wish you away.
Nice. Man, that tower is animated just like Valenice's. That's a nice touch. King's Quest 2 right there. The nightingale has returned from her flight with Alexander's ring. She drops something red at Alexander's feet. Yeah, it's a nice homage to Valenice's tower. Take ribbon. It's a red velvet hair ribbon. The bird must have taken Alexander's ring to the ribbon, to someone who sent this ribbon back in return. Could it possibly be? Dare he hope that someone is Cassima herself?
If only it could be so.
Okay. Should we do the poem right now? Give poem? Let's flirt while we're here, right? Is there any reason not to? Hoping that the bird will deliver to the same place he took the ring, in the chance that the receiver might truly be Cassima. Why should just be Jalo's window every time? He likes his red ribbons just as well.
Oh, Prince Alexander, I had no idea you felt that way.
You seem so far away.
I can't not go into Neil Diamond when I start to sing that.
Sing, sing, my sweet, you bring another present. Let me see. It's a poem, Sing Sing.
What was it when I looked at you? What power? It's trying to really ham it up like the narrator in the talkie version did. Chain me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you.
Oh, Alexander. I was hoping he'd return to you. Take this to him while he waits. Hurry, my fleet one.
I think my brother made the joke that it would be a pair of her undergarments here. It's a good joke. It kind of looks like it from here. Larger pair than we expected. The nightingale has returned from her flight with Alexander's poem. She drops a piece of parchment. Piece of parchment? Take paper. It's a note.
Dearest Alexander, I cannot believe you are here.
She whipped this up very fast, by the way. It's as if she knew that we would be coming to visit, and she just... It's boilerplate Cassima. Maybe she sends this to everybody, but... My friend, please be careful. Abdul isn't about to let anyone interfere with his plans. Watch out for Abdul's genie, Alexander, and do not do anything rash. I am not without resources, and I will prevail if I can only find some small means of defense. Maybe a little 9mm. Do nothing to try to get to me. Do nothing? You must not be endangered again for my sake. Greatly in your family's debt, Cassima? Alexander's hand trembles as he reads the note. For the first time in his long search, he has heard her voice again, if only in writing. No words of love, only friendly concern.
Friend? Is the maiden merely shy, or does she regard him only as a brother?
Ugh. I've got a sister. I don't need another sister. I need a, we need a prince. We need a queen, man. A future queen. All right. Well, there you go. Let's head to the Isle of Wonder. Now that we've got our latest pawn shop item, let's use that map. Isle of Wonder. Time to find a new ship after seeing my... Just go home, dude. Just go home. Yep. All been there. All right. Ah, there's the teacup. What? The snapdragons don't like Alexander getting so close. All right, maybe a concert will put everyone more in the mood to let Alexander take whatever he wants. Get down! Yes, there is. Play the hell out of that flute, Alex. Alexander should get closer to the wallflowers and Snapdragon. The flute doesn't carry. All right. I'm very curious to see how this theme is going to translate. This is a good piece of music right here. May I have this dance?
Oh, mighty!
All right. I was providing some bass there. That was nice. Alexander stops playing the flute, but the wallflowers and snapdragons continue to dance, caught up in the music and oblivious to everything around them. I mean, as if we could just keep that music going, like in the original, but Let's take that cup. I'm nitpicking. I'm very much enjoying this. Take hole. Alexander decides to pick up a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall could be a very useful thing. Eek! Alexander startled the poor thing. It's run off to hide behind the wallflowers. Then, do I need to play that flute again?
Ding ding, do 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 do.
All right. Take hole. There we go. So I just kind of walked into the snapdragons. That was my problem before. And I guess now that we got the teacup, well, we can always come back. I don't remember if we need to reuse the teacup for different spells. Look at spellbook. Oh, that's so simple. I love it. That is perfect. Magic paint spell. Question is, should we go for both endings? The bad ending, the bummer ending, and the good ending. So we have the magic paint spell, which we only need if we're going for the bummer ending. We have the make it rain spell for when you're in the club. Oh no, that's for special ion later. And charming a creature of the night spell. And the magic paint spell. And the make it's just the 3 spells. All right. So teardrops from the sea. You put those in the... so that's in the teapot. So we could probably make that happen right now. And that's in a cup. So 2 different things. So we can go ahead and grab this now. Give milk. Alexander gives one of the baby's tears a bottle of milk. The other baby's tears seem to resent Alexander's gift for some reason. All right. Get tears. Get tears with pot. With lamp. Alexander collects some of the baby's tears in the old hunter's lamp. As you do, obviously. It just looks like that baby has a massive tongue. All right, well, it doesn't anymore, but you saw it. Rewind. Rewind and see the massive tongue. All right, I'm getting a little mixed up here. All right, I think it's time to cause a little mischief here. I wasn't trying to go out in there. That's why we save often. Get mud. Perhaps that could be said. Get mud in cup. Collect mud. Use cup in mud. Use teacup. Get mud. Collect mud. We have to pretend. Swamp ooze. Get ooze. Aha. With cup. Good luck. Little swamp ooze in the little china teacup. What do you think you're doing?
Oh, you startled me. I was just getting some swamp ooze.
Again, as you do.
Well, you certainly won't get it there. That's not swamp ooze, that's swamp slime.
He's right, you know. He could be a little nicer about telling you.
He's basically, I realize, Bump on a Log is Jalo when he hasn't had his Prozac.
He's not a very pleasant stick in the mud.
Nobody asked you. Be quiet.
Oh, the trials of being a mere bump on a log.
May have been the same voice actor, honestly, before he took his Prozac that day or had his coffee. Maybe you'd like some sweet, sweet revenge, Bump on a Log. Give you this tomato.
I thought this might come in handy the next time your brother starts picking on you.
Aha, finally, old Bump on a Log's not so defenseless, is he?
Hey, what you doing there? Watch the pulp, would ya? Now, Bumpy, remember all I've given you.
The only thing you've ever given me is mud. Take this.
No, not into the swamp!
I love it. Love that tomato. He's so rotten. You get like the Joe Theismann cocking that arm back. There we go. That looks like ooze from deep in the swamp. That looks like what we need.
Okay, I give up. Jeez, sorry.
Well, I guess it's not very pleasant having things thrown at you. I'm sorry.
You mean it, brother?
Brother! Stick in the mud and Bump on a log, exhausted from the battle, immediately doze off into naps. Rotten Tomato, equally lazy, decides to join them until he opens his movie critiquing website decades later, which turns out to be a huge success and the only metric on which a film is ever judged. But I digress. Get some of that ooze. No. Get ooze with cup. Sweet. Alexander fills the teacup with the swamp ooze. All right. Nope. Did we get a point for that? I guess we got a point for that. Making progress. I think we are a fish. No, we're not. I was about to say we are done with this island. We are not done with this island. All right. So before we go to the mountain, we're going to need a lantern. Oops. Wrong key. What did I just say? Before we go, we're going to need a lantern. So let's head back to the Isle of the Crown. We can't do anything else at the Isle of the Beast until we get something to be able to progress past that angry-looking statue on top of that wall. So, garden statue there. What's up, Sing Sing? I feel like this is the point in the game where we're really starting to test the pawn shop owner. Seriously, this is not a lending library. We have a bookstore next door. Prince Alexander, you're taking advantage of me. All right, give him back the flute. It's got royal spit on it. That thing just increased in value, I bet. Type maple meatloaf. Insurance against stack overflow is no longer regulated. Actions may invoke undefined behavior when finished. Reset F32 to purge mode from heap. Okay. Get object. Okay, so we're swapping out. Okay, good luck, good luck. I'm so glad you're here. I need this for every game I've ever played. I love meatloaf. Object number 12. Okay. I check my pants right now, but I don't want to. Let's make sure we conclude this. Reset flag. Flag number 32. Okay. Let's hack with Brigands. Should we be good now? Got what we need. Am I safe to open my inventory? I know. It's my favorite part too. Just want to make sure before I do anything else. We confirm that we are good to go from here on out. We got the flute. All right. Flute. Check inventory. So we want to swap the flute for the lantern at this. Oh, we have the tinderbox, don't we? So we have an extra flute. I see. We just happen to add the tinderbox to our inventory without getting rid of the flute. So now, yeah, the pawn shop owner has yet another reason to be disappointed and cross with us. Good luck. All right, thank you so much. Excellent. All right, everybody. I think it's time to head to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. May have to pull up a map for the catacombs, gang. I hope you won't hold that against me. Not gonna lie. Make sure we go to the right spots. All right. So, thanks to advice from the developer himself, we now have the tinderbox in our inventory along with the flute. That's pretty fantastic. And we are now ready to head to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation. That never gets old.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.